Chapter 1 in Healthcare Finance. You'll notice the title of this book also says Basic Tools for Non-Financial Managers. So this is not a high level healthcare finance, but this is like intro. And of course, part 1, we're going to start with the history of, I just realized it changed slides on me. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to start with the history of healthcare finance. So this is the first page of the PowerPoint, and codifying management over time results in more organized management. Historical efforts all sought to make organizations more effectively, of course, and not only with effectiveness with healthcare do we save money, but we also have better outcomes. So that's twofold there. You can read about this on page 3 in the chapter. Concept of this chapter or text, it says the method of getting money in and out. So revenue is inflow, expenses are considered the outflow. So the method of getting money in and out of the business, healthcare is a very special business. You can't tell, or you can attempt to tell healthcare workers to, cut, I don't know, the medicine budget, or I think another example I heard was cut the oxygen budget, so don't give patients as much oxygen, or maybe don't offer pillows as often as you do, or warm blankets, etc. Anyway, that's not going to work. So we're going to have to be really skilled at looking at where we can cut money but still yield good outcomes and provide the care for our patients. Page 4 discusses how does finance work in the healthcare business. There's viewpoints. So, and these three, okay, I'm not going to read the slides to you. All right, so these three viewpoints, you can read about it too. On page 4, there's a financial view, the process view, and the clinical view. And these three do interact and intersect. And right here, as shown on this PowerPoint, that's the good stuff. That's the harmony, if you will, because some people from the finance department are not going to want to do this or do that. And the same thing, managers may not agree to the proposed idea. And clinical, that's your healthcare workers. They're on the front line. Make sure they are willing to not go through so many pillowcases, or ration supplies better, or come up with a unique idea to save money. So these are the viewpoints. All right, next page on the slide, the financial view. I don't know exactly where that is in the book, so I'm not even going to mention the page. Process. Oh, I know where we are. Okay, so this is the elements of the financial management. Page 5. Financial view, work with finance on a daily basis, responsible for the reports. Process works with the system of the organization, responsible for data accumulation. So this is the manager. This is where managers fall in. And again, the clinical view, these are the people responsible for the service delivery. I kind of already said that. Okay, 4 elements of financial management: the planning, the control, the directing, and making decisions. When it comes to the elements of financial management, whether it's your own personal life or even a large healthcare corporation, the budget is where you're planning and you're implementing and you're following the expectation of where you're telling your money to go. It's very, very important. These slides kind of say what I just said, so I'm just going to flip through them. Important to management because it influences the way the managers manage. At the bottom of page 5, the organization structure is what this is referring to. Oh, that is just a one sentence section. Okay, types of organization. So there's for-profit and there's nonprofit. In healthcare, most organizations are not for profit, but there are some that are for profit, and it's not a bad thing. It's just they do a few things a little differently. There is not any data to say that for profits versus nonprofit provide better outcomes. It's just internally, financially, they're run slightly different because, well, for multiple reasons. And some of those reasons are listed on page 6. For example, for profit, they have to pay income taxes. But if you're a not-for-profit, you have no taxes. It's less liability there as far as financial taxes. That's just one of the ways. And there's so much more to for-profit and not-for-profit. You can read in the book. Organization charts are important to know depending on which type of entity you do decide to manage or work in. Voluntary government organizations are very different. The organizational charts, page 6, and the figure 1-2 on page 7 illustrates the differences between the structures of those organizations, some slight differences. And the last page in this chapter that really has text is page 7. And there's two types of accounting, there's financial and managerial. And so financial accounting is external reporting. This is, you'd give to a third party or even a like a higher up CEO, CFO, and it's retrospective. It's looking back at what you did spend. Did you stick to your budget? Did you save money somewhere? Did we excessively waste on this side of things? Where managerial, at that level, it's very internal. It's inside and it's planning ahead. Like, here's my budget and this is what we plan to do. And like I said, you can read about that on page 7. Oh, look, there it is, financial accounting and managerial accounting. And that's the end. That's the end of the PowerPoint. Page 8, figure 1-3 is a great example of an organizational chart. And that's it. You are welcome to review the information on page 9. You're not responsible to do that. And so this is the summary of chapter 1. If you have any questions, please let me know.